I was talking to my MGTOW brother, the Mexican MGTOW, and there were a couple of things that we noticed when dealing with women. One thing that we noticed was the fact that they say they are bored. The fact that most men always try to entertain these women. And what happens is, by you entertaining these women, you find yourself dancing like a monkey. You find yourself like a tap dancing monkey, trying to anticipate her boredom and bring excitement to her. And the problem with this is that when she is bored, she doesn't want excitement in the form of taking her out to dinner, taking her out on holiday, taking her out to an expensive theatre. Her resolution for this excitement, or her resolution for boredom, is fucking. You've heard it. Let me say this again. Her resolution for boredom is fucking. She does not want you to take her out to expensive dinners. She doesn't want that. When we spoke, he said, and I concur, when he spoke to his ex-missus, when I speak to females and I ask them, why is it that when you are being pumped and banged by your husband or your boyfriend, when you find yourself away from him, how comes the next thing we know is that you have another man's penis in your gut, down your gullet? How do you find yourself in this situation? And the answer is boredom. The answer is boredom. You see, women think that you're there to be a dancing monkey, for you to make her the center of your world by trying to quell her boredom by being exciting all the time. No, bastard, no. All she wants to do is get banged. That is the extent of her excitement. She is not interested in traveling around the world and seeing things and appreciating such things. They don't understand this. A couple of them do, and these are the ones trying to mirror man. They're the ones trying to mirror the best bits that men find exciting. How many women do you know buy masterpiece of art? How many women really enjoy the different cultures apart from the food and apart from the dress and apart from the shiny things? You do not find this in most women. So when we spoke, it was very insightful, and I have to thank him, because it's because of this conversation I decided to do this video, because I have certain female friends that I used to participate with, you know, sex and whatnot, and they say to me, I am the best thing since sliced bread. But yet when I say, wait a minute, if I'm the best thing since sliced bread, why do you not make yourself forever available for me? Why do you not make yourself forever mine on a part-time basis? I do not want you now. I do not want you in the future, but I might want you for a couple of hours of fun and frolics. And they say to me, it's because of this we love you. We love you. But I say to them, if you love me, when were you loving me when you're getting banged by another guy? When you're on all fours getting banged, when you are being ruined? Then they say, no man can ruin me like you. Bullshit, darling. But it's nice to hear sometimes. I don't buy it, but whatever. But when I say to them, if this is the case, how comes you're still on your knees? How comes you're on your knees with another man? And they tell me he is boring. Even though I'm doing this so I find a place of shelter. I am doing this because you don't want me. I am doing this because I'm not your first choice, they say. Fair enough, I understand. So when I was having this conversation with a Mexican MGTOW, we realized very quickly the women always say he's never around, he's never this, he's never that, it doesn't stimulate my mind. No, darling, she is saying she is bored, and her remedy for boredom is to get banged. You need to equalize this woman if you want to have a relationship. But the problem is, constantly entertaining these women gets tiring. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Because what happens when you are the source of all of her excitement, when you start living together, cohabitating. She will expect you to always bring the entertainment. Because she doesn't bring the entertainment, as soon as you're not tap dancing or doing some moronic activities, she's not stimulated. You see, you've dropped the ball, bastard. This is why I decided many moons ago to stop trying to entertain these women, even by banging them. Even the entertainment was me doing whatever I wanted with them, all sorts of kinkiness. But believe you me, it gets tiresome. It gets tiresome knowing that she brings nothing to the table. You are bringing all the excitement and she gets bored. And as soon as she gets bored, oh my God, you've got a banger again. Every time a woman says to you, oh, what are you doing? How comes you're not hugging me? Whenever they want that bit of emotion, whenever they get angry at you, whenever they throw something at you. If a woman's throwing something at you, by the way, you shouldn't be in that relationship. Anytime they want your attention is because they want to be equalized, bastard. This is what women do. And we're seeing this now in the media. We're seeing this all around us. That when they can't get your attention and get what they want from you, they start being evil, spiteful women. They start trying to burn your life down by going into your wallet and taking all of your money. This is why I've said in the past, you have to be a stone cold hearted savage. This is what we're facing right now. She is completely bored and the only excitement she knows is via getting banged. This is why these women can happily have 5 or 6 guys at the same time banging them. Some of them will be patronizing them, giving them all sorts of cash. Some will be there for emotional benefits. Some will be there just to go out to dinner. Some will be there as a friend on the fucking phone, no meetups. This is why these women can do that. And when you catch them in the act, when you catch them sucking and fucking, they do not understand what they've done is wrong because they say, I was bored. I was bored with you, bastard. You were too boring. You weren't entertaining me by giving me a lot of money. You weren't entertaining me by dancing like a monkey. You weren't being entertaining. Women are like cats. You know how cats are. When you dangle a piece of string in front of the cat, ooh, look at a piece of string. Look at a piece of string. As soon as you try to hold them in your arm, as soon as you try to kiss them, as soon as you try to show a little bit of affection, they get bored, bastard. They get bored. Do you understand now, bastard? Do you understand now? You have to equate a woman's boredom to sex. She needs a hit of dopamine. That's why when women are angry, that is the best time to have sex with them because they need equalizing. Their vaginas are moist. This is what I found out. Whenever a woman is upset or angry, she needs to be equalized. Her vagina is singing to you, but at the same time, it gets too much. The constant rigmarole, the ups and downs of having to entertain her. What are you, bastard? Why don't you go on tour? Why don't you become a dancing monkey on tour on the big stage? Why don't you go out there? It's tiring constantly entertaining people, and especially when you have to do it 24/7 because you and I know she brings nothing to the table apart from her vagina. I know that's what you want. You want to bang that vagina all day, but the cons are too much. You constantly having to entertain her. Some of you bastards don't know how to sexually satisfy a woman. What about that? What about that? What about the trappings of not being able to satisfy her? Then emotionally you're hit with another check that you emotionally can't cash in. These are the things, these are the pitfalls, and it was very interesting. So what I'm basically saying again is this. Women have no form of entertainment apart from sucking dick, and they'll tell you they do the things that they do because they're bored. The devil makes light work of idle hands. Is that the saying? I might be wrong. And when it comes to women, the devil makes light work of idle mouths. So any minute they get, just to fill the gap, they'll just suck a dick. I'm telling you, when your wife is at work, when your girlfriend is somewhere, she's just bored, I'm telling you, how about you bend over and touch your toes for me? Oh, okay. Because she's bored. It has nothing to do with you, bastard. It has nothing to do with you. Dorian Gray is one of the most sought-after characters ever, and this guy's a complete and utter bastard to women, something that I can relate to. This is why I've always won with women. James Bond, played by Sean Connery, was my biological father. This is who I grew up under. This is who I learnt from. He was my archetype. So when I got into the world of dating, I fitted right in. And this is why I've turned my back on a lot of these women, because at the end of the day, for me to entertain her is intellectually tiring for me, not to talk about emotionally. Subscribe and like my channel, and feel free to share this video. Add your comments below on your personal experiences. So until the next time, don't forget to water your ego and let it blossom.